it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you for joining me again today. Today is Simple Stamping Saturday. So I've got, as always, 3 projects to show you. 1 we will make together and 2 I've already made. So I'm going to show you what I've already made. I'm using the piece of cake stamp set and punch. This is from the new Spring Summer catalogue that I'm only allowed to show you the cover of at the moment. And it's gorgeous. Now, if you don't already have a copy of this and you don't work with a demonstrator already, who will presumably be sending you one out in the very near future if you don't already have one, please, please, please hop over to my website and you will find on the catalogues page a link that, or a request for catalogues. And I'd be very, very happy to let you have a copy of the Spring Summer and the Sale-a-bration catalogues. I do still have a couple of Autumn Winter, and of course I've got annuals, so if you don't already have those and you would like them, just let me know and you can request all 3 together and I can get those out to you. Probably will be the new year now, but yes, you can send the request and I can get them out to you. And I would obviously love to earn your business. So, as I say, it comes from the Spring Summer catalogue, which launches on the 3rd of January, as does Sale-a-bration. I will come on to what Sale-a-bration is for those of you who don't already know shortly, but let's start by having a look at the stamp set. It is huge. There are 21 stamps, and you've got stamps for pretty much all occasions. So if I start with the sentiments, we've got Happy Birthday, You Sweet Thing. Enjoy Every Crumb, which I think goes with Cut the Cake personally, but hey, so Cut the Cake. Happy Birthday, Hope This Year is a Piece of Cake. Cake is the answer, who cares what the question is? Count the good times, not the candles. And May Your Love Grow Sweeter with Every Passing Year, which I think goes with Mr. and Mrs. We've also got a cake with Happy Birthday on it, so you've got 2 Happy Birthday options there. But lots of opportunities for all sorts of occasions. I can see Valentine's here, all sorts. There's little flowers here that can go on top of this cake, can go on top of any cake, but I particularly see it on top of this cake. So this is the stamp set. It's photopolymer, which makes it really easy to use because we can see through it, and there is a lovely punch that goes with it as well. And that can come as a bundle, and if you get them as a bundle, that is £29.50. It's £16 just for the stamp set, but £29.50 if you go for the bundle. And of course you save 10% on the punch and the stamp set if you buy them together as a bundle, which is always good to know. So this is my Avid crafter version. I've gone for very much a sort of love theme. I'm thinking wedding probably. I have used the tufted dynamic textured impressions embossing folder, which is this lovely diamond pattern. I've used that on vellum, and then I've sprayed the vellum with the soon to retire Vegas Gold shimmer paint, which I popped in a spritzer with alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and you just pop it in. You do need to shake it quite vigorously to get the paint mixed up. You need to shake the paint first as well, because it has a ball bearing in it to get all the pigment properly shaken up. So I've sprayed having embossed the vellum, I then sprayed it with alcohol and the Vegas Gold and let it dry. It does curl up. It's quite frightening when you first see it, but when it dries you can flatten it out. And then I've attached this with brads. I think we forget that we've got brads back, but we have brads both in the metallics and in, I think they're called the Essentials, which are some coloured ones. This cake and cake stand I've silver embossed with Versamark and the ordinary embossing powder, and then I've painted the cake background with the Champagne Mist shimmer paint. I just used an aqua painter with just a very small amount of water, painted it in and then added the Vegas gold for the icing and just a little bit of Vegas gold down here. And then I've used a couple of punches, so the leaf punch and the sprig punch with vellum, and then a couple of the sentiments, again heat embossed, and some ribbon, and put it all on very vanilla. I used Whisper White for the cake because I wanted that to stand out and to tie in with the vellum. So not a complicated card, but quite a lot of processes. So very much your Avid crafter. Then this card is nearer to what we're going to be making together. And this uses the punch, obviously, so uses it as a bundle. And we used the Smoky Slate, Melon Mambo, Coastal Cabana and Pineapple Punch inks because they go with the How Sweet It Is Designer Series paper, which I thought I was going to absolutely hate because it's all sort of sugary stuff, and I love it because apart from anything else, the reverse sides are beautiful. I have shown you this before if you follow my YouTube and blog, but I think the reverse sides are probably as nice, if not nicer, I love that one, this one, than the actual sides. Gummy bears! So, yeah, I will be doing details of my product share for paper and ribbon probably between Christmas and New Year, and I may repeat that in the new year so that you know what's coming. But I used, this is the same piece of paper just flipped, so it's this is the main colour and this is the B side, and then I've just cut those. They're at slightly odd measurements, but I will have the measurements over on my blog post just so you've got them. And the smaller size is the same size as the vellum, and I've just sort of put them a bit skew with, well this one's a bit skew with, stamped the images. I did use Wink of Stella, and we're going to use that again because this is a really nice item just to lift things, and it's really easy to use. And then I've spritzed the Wink of Stella just by tapping it onto the lid, actually, to get sparkles all over. And I don't know if you're picking that up. I will try and pick it up in the pictures, in the photos, but I don't know I will succeed. Anyway, so let's get started on the Simple Stamping Saturday version. We are going to use, as ever, a note card and envelope. So these come in packs of 20. You get 20 note cards and 20 envelopes. They are just £6 for the 20. So really good value for money and a great little thing to have in your stash. I'm using Coastal Cabana, Melon Mambo and Pineapple Punch inks. So I've dropped one of them. I'm not using the Smoky Slate. So 3 ink pads, the stamp set, the Wink of Stella, and the note cards. So yes, right, let's get started. I'm going to start by stamping the cake. I'm going to kind of work in reverse order in a way. So I'm inking that up with Melon Mambo, and I've chosen the colours. There's something a bit funny on there. What's that? It's a bit of paper. Why have I got a bit of paper on my stamp set? Never mind. Oh well, I will be able to get it off. It's not going to interfere with the stamping, so that's fine. So I'm going to stamp this pretty much bang slap in the middle. My score line is here, but I'm not going to score my card until I've finished the stamping because it's easier to stamp on a flat surface. This is my clean but dirty, so this is stain, not dirt. This is stain, not dirt. So it's my clean but dirty chamois. The people who shopped with me in November got a chamois and a case to pop it in. That was my host gift, or host code gift. So do remember, if you shop with me, it's really good to use the host code because I send all sorts of stuff. Sometimes it's stamp sets, sometimes it's tools, all sorts. So while I've got the Melon Mambo out, I'm going to just stamp in the bottom right hand corner cut the cake, and I'm going to push everything up a bit so you can actually see what I'm doing, because I think I'm down the bottom a bit. Just going to clean that off as well. I tend to try and clean pinks and red inks off my stamps as quickly as possible, because they do have a tendency, as you can see, to stain the photopolymer. It's something peculiar to photopolymer, and it's something peculiar to the reds and pinks, so, but they still work perfectly well as a stamp, so that's all right. Right, okay, so I'm going to change this up a bit, because as I say, we've dropped a colour, so I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana for the cake stand. Now, because we can see through, I can line up my cake stand so that it's just underneath my cake, and that's that done. Now, with the version that I did for sort of casual crafters, I did double ink my candles. I'm not suggesting that for new crafters that would be a great idea, but I will show you what I did. Let me just find a scrap of paper. Always a challenge. You'd think I would have a scrap of paper on my desk, but I don't. Oh, that'll do. No, it won't, because it needs to be white. I will find a scrap of paper. She says, I will find a scrap of paper. You'd think I could just grab one. In fact, I am just going to grab a piece of paper. It's going to be so much easier than a piece of card. Right, okay, so what I did, and I'm not going to do it on the card, because I think for a new crafter this is probably a step too far. But what I did is I inked up the flames in Pineapple Punch, and I inked those up first, and then I inked up the candles in Coastal Cabana, so that if there was any cross contamination, I was going to be putting the lighter colour on the dark, and then that, can you see that? Yes, just about. That is how it comes out. So you've got your Pineapple Punch flames and the Coastal Cabana candlesticks. But as I say, I think for a new crafter that's probably a step too far. And actually, you know what? I don't even know if I want to use the Pineapple Punch. No, I do want to use the Pineapple Punch. So for a new crafter, I would suggest just inking up in the Pineapple Punch and just popping the candles on the top of your cake. So that's that. That's not quite all the stamping. Don't you love it when I forget things? So we've got an envelope, and I do like stamping on my envelopes. So I haven't finished that yet, but whilst we've got the stamps out, what I'm going to do is ink up my stamp again and just stamp on the back of the envelope and then down in the bottom right hand corner, just because we can. So that is all of the stamping done. So Wink of Stella, I'm just going to colour in with the Wink of Stella the areas that we've stamped. It just gives that extra something, and it's just colouring. And it doesn't matter if you go outside the lines a bit, and it doesn't matter if you drag the paint, the Wink of Stella in. It's all good. So just going to squeeze a little bit more down. That's it. Might have squeezed a little bit too much down, but you just squeeze the barrel very gently to get more ink running. Generally speaking, you don't need to, but having done lots of bashing for spritzing, sometimes it just needs a little bit of help. So there we are. So that's the cake, and then for the flames, I'm just going to kind of go round the flames so that it's nice and sparkly. So, oh, I haven't stamped inside. Can you see? I don't know if you can see that. Again, I'm going to have to try and pick it up on the... Maybe if I change the lighting just a wee bit. Trouble is that doing crafting when it's dark outside, which is pretty much all the time, it's not great. So yes, I was going to stamp on the inside of my card as well, which is enjoy every crumb, and that I want to do in the Coastal Cabana, so let's get that sorted whilst I remember. So just check that I've got my card the right way up, which I have. Enjoy every crumb. Much better if it's straight, but hey, them's the breaks. Then just fold your card in half. It's got a score line already. Grab your bone folder and you have a really nice little card to send to someone for their birthday. So that's that. Now, I've added up the products that I've used. So the 3 ink pads, the Wink of Stella, the stamp set, and the note cards and envelopes. And Sale-a-bration revolves around spending multiples of £45. And when you do, you get free product. And again, there is a video over on my YouTube channel, so on my YouTube channel, and also information on my blog site, about Sale-a-bration and showing you everything that I have already got from Sale-a-bration. So, if you were to buy the Wink of Stella, the note cards and envelopes, the stamp set, and the 3 ink pads, that would come to £50, 50p, and you would be able to choose a free item from this catalogue. So, always worth thinking about. There are level 1 and level 2 items, but that would qualify you for a level 1 item. There are stamp sets, there's designer series paper, there is the most amazing foil card, 8 full 12 by 12 sheets of foil card. It is stunning. And yeah, so it's a really good time to shop at my online store. So thank you very much indeed for joining me for Simple Stamping Saturday. Let me just line up the project again, get rid of that. So we have our simple stamping, which can be either a beginner crafter or someone who wants a quicker project. Our casual crafter, so we've introduced the punch and some designer series paper, and then our Avid crafter, and we've thrown a lot of product at it. Now, obviously, I can't list everything that we've used because quite a lot of it is not currently available. So you will obviously know what I've used from the video. So thank you very much indeed for watching. If you want to find the dimensions and all that good stuff, then the link to my blog is immediately below. Do pop over there. If there's anything you want from the autumn-winter catalogue that is either not carrying over or is a bundle, please, 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 please remember to click over to my online store before the end of the 2nd of January to secure bundle prices and anything that's not carrying over. I would stress that anything that is not carrying over is on the once it's gone, it's gone. So the sooner you buy, the sooner you can guarantee you're going to get. But that's it from me. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you for joining me for another Simple Stamping Saturday, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye!